Mr. Trudeau, just a couple questions about James Cowan.
I just chatted with 600,000 people on TV.
I know, but you can chat with thousands more, sir. James Cowan says that he is now leader of the Senate Liberal Caucus and that he will remain leader of the opposition. What really has changed as far as the Liberals in the Senate go, sir? What's changed?
Excuse me.
Has anything changed, really, in the Senate?
Ça me fait plaisir. À la prochaine.
That's this door. I mean, James Cowan says that he is just leading the Liberal caucus in the Senate.
I know that Daniel Pruselides, he's our top gun in Ottawa. He was asking very fair questions, and you can see he's a very polite guy, not like a ruffian like me. Justin Trudeau didn't answer his question because it's a tough question to answer. Well, maybe our next guest can help answer it for us. It's Senator David Smith, a Liberal senator from Toronto, who joins us now from Ottawa. Welcome to the show, Senator Smith. Great to see you.
Well, nice to be here.
I want to put a very simple and a very fair question to you, and I'm almost as nice as Daniel Pruselides. I want to ask you to reconcile two statements we got yesterday from the Liberal Party about the Senate. They're very quick clips. Let me play them for you, and then please help us figure it out. The first is this statement from your leader, Justin Trudeau.
These independent senators will no longer be part of the parliamentary and operational team of the Liberal Party of Canada. As far as political operatives, these senators will no longer be Liberal organizers, fundraisers, activists in any form.
No fundraising, no organizing, no activists. Well, here's what Senator Cowan, the top Liberal in the Senate, said minutes later.
He's told you you can't fundraise. He's told you you can't come up to, you can't do anything that would be connected to the Liberal Party. You're independent. So
he hasn't said that. Laurie.
Here you are if you're going to go into the next election.
Laurie, you're saying what he said to, that's not what he said to us.
Senator, you have been a Liberal since, I'm going to guess, before Justin Trudeau was born. You've been a key Liberal activist in leadership campaigns, John Turner's, for example.
I started with Lester Pearson.
Oh, my God. So are you really banned from fundraising, organizing, or being a Liberal activist? I don't think it's in your DNA to stop.
No, I mean, what has changed is that there will no longer be Liberals who are senators attending national caucus. That has changed. Now, with regard to the use of the name in the Senate, it'll be the Senate Liberal Caucus. We're all card-carrying members, but we won't attend the National Caucus meeting, which will be MPs only. Now, what happened there yesterday was Senator Kinsella, the Speaker, made a wise ruling. Because, in order for the place to function, for a parliament to fulfill its constitutional goal, you have to have an opposition. And so in the rules of the Senate, it talks about parties and the opposition and the government. And so, if you didn't sort of recognize the Liberal caucus as the opposition, it just complicates it and makes it awkward, and I think everybody thinks it's important that you have a functioning democracy with an effective opposition. So we want to be the effective opposition in the Senate. They outnumber us 2-1, so anything they really want to get through, they're going to be able to put it through. So there's a little fine-tuning there, but at the end of the day, I think it was addressed by Senator Kinsella's ruling, which says we can be called the Senate Liberal Caucus, even though we're not attending that national caucus.
Senator, I understand that, and that is one issue, and frankly, I don't think it's appropriate for a member of the House of Commons to tell members of the Senate what they can or can't do. I mean, that just would be just as weird as the other way around. But my real question is the last part there. I mean, you're the Senate Liberals instead of the Liberals in the Senate. Fine. I don't think there's a lot of difference. I don't think you do either. But what about what he said in the short clip I played you a minute ago? No fundraising, no organizing, no activism. So I'm not talking about in Parliament anymore. I'm talking in town halls, in fundraising dinners. I don't believe a team of horses could stop you from organizing, fundraising, or being an activist. But Justin Trudeau says that's off. Did he simply misspeak? Did he get too enthusiastic and carried away with himself?
Well, no, I think he was trying to have it be compatible with what he said he wants to see happen in the Senate if, in fact, he becomes Prime Minister. And he is saying he wants it to be a nonpartisan body. Now, that can be done without having to amend the Constitution. A lot of the things that people are talking about, you know, like the NDP wanting to abolish it and all that, you can't do any of that extreme stuff without amending the Constitution.
But he can kick you out of
not the
town
party.
halls. He can kick you. Well, he's the boss of the party, so he said no more senators fundraising, organizing, or doing activism. Are you going to stop fundraising, organizing, or being active in the Liberal Party?
I'm kind of relieved to not have to worry about fundraising. It's not exactly fun, you know.
Are you going to stop though? Like
Yeah. No, that's fine. I mean, I was always focused on organizing and chairing campaigns for years, but I've done my stuff. I did it for years. You know, new blood is good. I think the point that he's making is, you know, the one thing that they can have is a Senate that is more or less nonpartisan and objective. And in terms of future appointments, you have some body that recommends people who the then Prime Minister appoints.
Senator, you're a good sport for coming on the show. I think that we still got to figure this one out, because I think we've just modified things in our conversation. But you're a good sport for coming on the show, and thanks for your time.
Well, I figured it out, and you will eventually, Ezra. You're smart. You're smart. You're an old pro.
Thanks, Senator. We'll talk to you again soon.